Hello everyone. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the third edition of Clarissa Explains It All. I hope you've had a great week. I cannot believe that we are this far into November, that next week is Thanksgiving. I'll just say it straight up, I will not be doing a video next week. I might be popping on and saying Happy Thanksgiving, but won't be having an official episode next week. So I hope you will all be enjoying your day with family or friends. I feel so grateful that I have such wonderful friends that I'll be getting to spend Thanksgiving with. So I hope that everyone enjoys the holidays. Today, what we're going to be talking about are two things that are super important to me right now: generosity and gratitude. So I wanted to share something about generosity because it's something that I'm really enrolling myself in my own life right now, and that I'm really wanting to share with others out there in the world, because it's really changing the way I view a lot of the things that I do and how I do things in my business as well as in my personal life. And the joy that comes from being generous and giving of ourselves, and it just really amplifies everything. So I just wanted to share some thoughts from a book that I've read recently. It's called The Go-Giver by Bob Berg and John David Mann. I was given the suggestion to read this book by my business coach, and I just love it. So I just wanted to share some things because, like I said, generosity and being generous and serving other people is really what this world is about. And before I go into this, I just wanted to share a personal story of something that happened for me this past week. For the past 10 days, I've been coaching in a really intense leadership program that if anyone wants to know anything about, it's something I did earlier this summer, and I just got done, or I'm in the process of coaching for it. It's absolutely life-changing and incredible. So I would love to talk to anyone about it that is looking for any kind of personal or business growth or change in their life. It's just completely changed everything for me. But anyways, I've spent the past 10 days really being in service and coaching the next group that just came through. And it was amazing, and it was such a gift and such an honor to be a part of that process for these people. And it was like a massive sacrifice to spend 8 full days, getting there super early in the morning and leaving super late at night, and just kind of putting my entire life and business and everything on hold. And I was kind of apprehensive about doing it, going into it, because, there's kind of like a lot of fears that come up when you're giving of yourself that way. And the thing that was so incredible, I just want to share an example of something that happened, was in the middle of that process, I had some financial things come into play, and I was not able to be working very much because I was serving, and I was just trying to be in the state of presence of what I was giving, and knowing that everything was going to work out fine. And a certain morning, I just was so stressed out. Like something had happened that wasn't supposed to happen, and it put me in a really vulnerable place financially, and it was really stressful. And right in the middle of that, one of my dear aunts, who I love dearly, texted me and just asked, she had sent me money, and I just sat down on my bed and dissolved in tears for 2 reasons. First, because I just felt such immense gratitude, because she is such a generous, loving human being, and how incredible that she would just think to do that for me on that morning when I was having such a breakdown. But it also reinforced for me the knowledge and the belief that when we are giving, it comes back to us. It's kind of a funny thing about being generous and about generosity, is that when we are serving other people, it's like we're actually never sacrificing anything, because everything that we're giving out is definitely going to come back to us in some form or another. And so it just reinforced that belief for me, and it was just a really beautiful experience to be in service and realize that there are so many people out there in service to me. So anyways, I just wanted to share some things from this book real quick. The 5 principles that it talks about in this book, The Go-Giver. And like I said, I would highly recommend it to anyone if you're a business person, if you just want to enhance your own life through, generosity, it's really incredible. So the first law is the law of value. And this is that your true worth is determined by how much more you give in value than what you take in payment. So, it's really going into giving value and really being valuable to other people and not being focused on what you're getting out of it, but being so focused on what you're giving to the situation or the relationship or the business endeavor or whatever it is, that's where your true worth comes from, is how much value you're giving to other people. And I love talking about this too in my work with talking about finding your purpose and, like finding that thing, like what can you give to other people? How can you be of service? How can you use something that you love to serve other people and give value and bring value to other people's lives? And when you do that, that's when you really find your purpose, because that's what real purpose is all about, is giving value to this world. And so that's the first and, most important principle. The second one is the law of compensation. So this one is your income is determined by how many people you serve and how well you serve them. So that goes into, really like whatever you're going to get back is really dependent on how many people you're serving and how well you're serving them. The third one is the law of influence. So your influence is determined by how abundantly you place other people's interests first. And I love this one. When I was reading this book, I read it for business reasons, but I just was hearing, so many things that it pulls into in my personal life, in dating, in relationships, in friendships, in family, how much more value you bring to other people when you put other people's interests first. I always hear the saying that you're interesting when you're interested. And I love that. And I really try and bring that into my relationships when I'm having conversations with people, like learning about people and showing interest in them and bringing value to them by making them feel great about themselves. The fourth law is the law of authenticity, that the most valuable gift you have to offer is yourself. And again, this all goes so hand in hand with my work with purpose and finding your purpose, because really what you have to give the world is just exactly who you are, and being authentic and stating your mind and bringing that love and all of the gifts that you have to offer is the most valuable thing you can give to people. And then the fifth law is the law of receptivity, which is super interesting because the key to effective giving is to stay open to receiving. And I love that as well, because as we cultivate an attitude of openness and openness so that the universe can bring us good things, we cultivate that as we're giving to other people, because we really can't effectively give if we don't know how to receive. So those are the 5 laws. Like I said, I highly recommend reading this book, The Go-Giver. It's incredible, and it's just becoming my Bible for life right now, because it's so helpful in business and relationships and just cultivating that attitude of generosity in every aspect of your life and seeing the miracles and the magic that comes back from that. Hi, Jenna. Hi, Carolee. Thanks for watching. And then, since it is Thanksgiving next week and it's November, I just wanted to talk briefly on gratitude and how important it is to be grateful. And I feel like it goes so hand in hand with being generous. Because sometimes, myself included, I was even kind of in a little bit of a stint of this just yesterday, I'll be really honest. Sometimes we get into a space of feeling like, Jenna, it's called The Go-Giver. Yeah, it's called The Go-Giver, and totally read it, you'll love it. Anyways, being grateful, like I was saying yesterday, I was even kind of having a day of I'm so exhausted, I've just gone through this huge training, and our brains just naturally kind of go to the negative thing of what we're missing and what we don't have. And as we can create that attitude of gratitude and remember what we're grateful for, it's amazing how quickly our attitude shifts. Like I said, yesterday I was kind of in that space and just feeling really tired and just kind of feeling not so great. And I decided to go outside and go on a hike. And while I was on the hike, a friend sent me a message about the fires that they're having up north in Northern California and how the air quality is so bad. And it just like immediately shifted me into gratitude, because how freaking amazing that I get to breathe clean air, you know, like it just took that, it just was that quick of a switch to be of feeling grateful about something, and my whole day's changed. So that's how powerful practicing gratitude really is for your life. And I wanted to give you, 10 things that practicing gratitude helps you with. So first thing is, it makes us happier. Like I said yesterday, I was just kind of having a blah day, and then like that one moment of feeling grateful for the most basic thing, clean air, just shifted my whole day and just made me realize like all of the blessings that I have and how much I have to be grateful for. I know, Jenna, all of your kids are home, and it's just horrible. I hear that it's better today, so I just hope that it continues to clear up, because it's terrible. Anyways, number 2, gratitude makes people like us. When we're happy, like this makes sense, right? When we're happy, when we're feeling grateful for the things that we have, and also when we're grateful for what we have, we are more able to practice generosity. It's like when we're in a state of ingratitude or scarcity mode, it's harder to be generous with our time and our money and our resources. So practicing the gratitude piece is so awesome, because it just makes us funner to be around and makes people like us. Number 3, it improves physical and emotional health. It's proven. I don't have any statistics, but it's proven that when you are practicing gratitude, it improves your physical health as well as your emotional health. It reduces materialism. We all know that we probably have too much stuff, and when we're grateful for what we have, we don't feel that need to like go out and satisfy it by buying more stuff. It increases our self-esteem. It improves our sleep. How amazing is that? It increases our energy. It helps us bounce back. If we do go through a disappointment, or if we lose something, or by remembering all of the things that we do have, it helps us to bounce back quicker and recover from those disappointments. It makes our memories happier. When we are grateful with like the things that we remember, we have happier memories. And then it also improves our decision making. I love this one, because this was something that I had never thought of before, and I'm kind of a poor decision maker sometimes. And so when we are grateful and when we recognize the amazing gifts that we have in our life, it helps us make decisions faster, because we know what's good for us, and we know what we want, and we know what makes us happy. And so I really loved that one too. So those are just 10. There are hundreds. Google, the ways that gratitude helps you, and you will come up with hundreds of reasons, because it's so important. And I just wanted to touch on it since it's Thanksgiving next week, and we all know that we're thinking about gratitude. And some people say it's cliche to talk about that this time of year, but I say talk about gratitude every day, because it really has such incredible, powerful impacts in your life. So, if you don't already have a gratitude practice, start one today. All it takes is like 2 minutes. Wake up in the morning, pull out a notebook, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Or at the end of the day, or in the middle of the day, think of 3 things that happened to you that day that were awesome. And it really shifts. It's incredible how quickly it can shift your mindset and your perspective and just everything. So anyways, hope you all have a beautiful rest of your Thursday. Like I said, I won't be on here. I might pop in for a minute and say happy Thanksgiving. I hope everybody has a wonderful holiday next week, and then we'll be back the following week. So talk to y'all soon, and bye for now.